Jamal, your mic is muted.
Dang, my mic was muted that whole time.
Yeah, I was like, you're talking to no one.
Bro, I just had a fire intro and my mic was muted that whole time.
Bro, next time you need to check your
That's
mic.
okay. Huh?
Next time you gotta double check your mic.
Yeah, that's awkward. Well, what I was saying, welcome back to another edition of Gumball Sports Machine. It's been a minute. It's been a little while, but we're back. And it's coming at a perfect time. NBA playoffs, regular season just ended yesterday, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Um, Definitely looking forward to it. We have a lot of things to talk about. Got a great show on hand, a bunch of special guests, new format to the show. So definitely a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to here. And as you can see, I got Kev with me, man. Kev, how you doing, bro?
What's up, y'all? I'm doing good.
Man, um, yeah, dude. I this the NBA playoffs is something I look forward to every year, every single year. Um, it's it, NBA playoffs. I don't know if it's the best of the three. I don't know if it's the best of the three major ones at least that I watch: football, basketball, and baseball. Baseball is pretty amazing, especially with what the D-backs did this year. But basketball's up there, man. Basketball. I know, Kev. I think basketball, maybe football, might be your favorite, but definitely looking forward to the playoffs starting and the plan. The plan. Kev, what do you think of the plan?
Like, what do you think about the playing format or this year's playing tournament?
Yeah, like the playing tournament. And you're kind of low. I can't really like hear you.
You can't hear me?
Like it's low. It's really low. Um. Oh, hold on. Let me try. Let me try this. Oh, go ahead and try and talk.
Yo.
Okay, it's a little better. But go ahead. My bad. What were you saying?
The question to your question was this year's playing or just the playing tournament format?
Just the playing tournament, and like, there's a lot of people who didn't really like it. They wanted to stay to the top 8 seeds. And there's some people who do like it and really enjoy them, like enjoy watching the play-in tournament, and gives the regular season more purpose. What are your views on it? What do you think?
Look, I said it before I think episodes ago. I like the playing tournament, but you know what I think they should do
Huh?
is I think they should have the top 1 and 2 seed have a bye series, and then have 3 to 10 play in the first round.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I do remember you bringing that up. That's fair. Um, the only like that's not a bad idea at all. I don't know. I think that would be too many teams making the playoffs. I think it
I
would.
mean, we're still having 10 teams technically playing for the playoffs. I mean, six. I mean, 8 through 10, 7 through 10 is playing, but that's still technically counted as playoffs because the regular season's done. So I'm like, why can't you just do all the 10 teams, but have the first two best teams in each conference have the series off?
That's fair. Kind of like the NFL and how, like, well, they don't do it anymore, but how they used to. Now the only it's just the one seed that has the bye, but kind of like how
It's
the
because
1 and 2 seeds used to get the bye, and then the wild card games would go by, and the other teams would have to play them.
yeah, I think it's also because now with what's the one series having a bye is because they added the seventh seed for the playoffs because it used to
Okay.
be
Yeah.
4 and 2
The say it again.
in the NFL playoffs. It used to be four division leaders and then two wildcard teams.
Right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, man. Because I mean, and that's what kind of, and like, so they kind of do the same thing in baseball. So like they have the baseball also has a wild card round. They have it's a little harder to explain, but so the division winners, right? The winners of the actual division, they immediately go on to the next round, and the wild card plays, and then so realistically, the winner of the winner of the divisions only have to win 2 series to get to the World Series.
Uh-huh.
And so that makes everything a whole lot easier if you win the series, if you win the division. So which gives the regular season a lot more meaning, a lot more purpose.
Yeah.
So it's it's definitely fun, and I think it definitely gives the regular season more purpose. And it was fun to watch. I mean, it came down to the last game for a lot of teams, the Suns, the Lakers, the Pelicans. Like it came down to the last game for a lot of teams. So definitely fun to watch. Definitely fun to watch. But hey, man, let's get into this playoff preview, man. Are you ready for this?
I'm stoked, bro. I'm excited.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited,
Okay.
bro. I'm super hyped for the play-in and the playoffs.
Yeah, man. It's I'm definitely looking forward to it. Um. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Um. First one I want to get into is Mavs Clippers. I think this will be the most intriguing matchup of the entire first round. I mean, the with the beef that the Mavs and Clippers, I don't know if it's a rivalry. I mean, I guess you could say it's a rivalry, but with the rivalry that is going on between obviously Luca and just really the Clippers in general, and then the Mavs now having Kyrie on top of that, it should be very fun. But the biggest thing always for the Clippers is health. It's always going to be health. It always has been health. And right now they don't even have Kawhi. They don't even have Kawhi right now. So it's going to be tough. I don't know. What are you thinking as we first get into this matchup?
What do you think? Who's gonna take the series, or what do you mean? What do I think?
Like first thoughts going into the series.
My first thoughts going to the
Not
series
necessarily
is
who's going to win, but like
okay. Keep going. I'm listening.
go ahead. No, go ahead. You good.
My first thoughts about this series is I think it might go to 6 or 7. I think these two teams are pretty much even. Um, and I just think Dallas is probably better offensively, but the Clippers are slightly better defensively. So I think it's like two teams that are going to counterbalance each other. And I just think because down the stretch, I don't know if you notice it, but down the stretch, the Mavericks, they went on like a winning stretch. Like they struggled a lot, like after the All-Star break, like the last couple like weeks or so, like they were going off, like they were getting wins. I believe they went on this like what a 13 game win streak or something like that. After porn got banned over in the state of Texas. Um,
Uh oh. Oh yeah. The Houston and Dallas. Yeah, they both
yeah,
went on a crazy streak.
yeah. After he got banned, and I'm like, hey, Dallas looks nice. Like, I think they're fine getting their team together. I think the additions of Gafford, PJ Washington, I feel like those guys they add a lot of size and versatility to their front court, and I think they balance like they go gel well with Luca and Kyrie, and I think that team is low key pretty scary. But I'm not counting out the Clippers as well. The Clippers, they're a nice team before like they started like going on this little slump, they're one of the favorites as well in the West. I said it was them and the Nuggets, so I want to sleep on them. But the thing is, though, with the Clippers is every year they always seem to have a little hiccup in the playoffs. So that's just that's just what from what I've seen in the past. It's gonna be a tough series. It's gonna be a very interesting and entertaining series.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And it's funny. Actually, before I even get into any more, like I mentioned before already, the biggest thing for the Clippers is health. And like I said, Kawhi is out. And Woj actually gave an update on the Kawhi injury. And here's what he had to say.
Worried are the Clippers approaching the postseason, knowing he's missed the last several games?
Well, 8 straight games for Kawhi Leonard, including today out with that right knee inflammation. And Malika, in the past, there's always some mystery around Kawhi Leonard injuries, that sometimes they turn out to be worse than perhaps first described. I'm told that is not the case here.
Okay.
This is right knee inflammation on the same knee that just in the past few years he had meniscus surgery on. He had ACL surgery on. And then this season, he's played 68 games, the most he's played since the 2016-17 season. They have to quell that inflammation. He's been out 8 games. They've got the week to continue to give him that treatment to get him back. Obviously, the Clippers, headed for that first round matchup with Dallas, who's perhaps the hottest team in the league over the last couple months. They need a healthy Kawhi Leonard in that series.
Yeah, so it's without Kawhi, I don't think the Clippers have a chance to win this series, especially with how well Dallas has been playing the last few weeks or so.
And I feel
his
like
health is always uncertain.
I don't mean to cut you off here, but I think like how you brought up Kawhi, how he's very important to the series. I feel like they have Kawhi, they can put him on Luka, and I feel like that's gonna be a great matchup for the Clippers. And it's gonna help. It's gonna help the team stop Dallas's offensive firepower. But without Kawhi, I don't think their chances of winning is very slim.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, without Kawhi, and Paul George apparently does not play very well at all against the Mavericks. Let me see, I wrote it down here. Paul George, his averages against the Mavericks, 16 points per game on 38% shooting and 25% from 3. So he just never plays too well against the Mavericks. And James Harden, I mean, if Kawhi is going to be out, James Harden is going to have to look like Houston James Harden in order for them to win this series. And so can you bank on that? I wouldn't. I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't bet on James Harden doing very well against them. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get on to real quickly. Bucks Pacers. Let's get on to that. What are you thinking about Bucks Pacers? What are your first thoughts about that matchup?
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought they secured that 2 seed. I did not see New York getting that 2 seed, but apparently Tom Thibodeau really wanted to play all his players minutes yesterday, almost 50 minutes for all of his starters. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But I guess New York, they probably would rather face Miami than Indy. I don't know why. I don't know why New York wanted to risk the chance to play against Miami first round. That's on them. But we're talking about Pacers and Bucks. I think it's gonna be an interesting series, especially with Giannis's injury. We don't know how long he's out for. It could be for 2 games, 3 games, maybe the whole series. But Giannis's injury is going to be playing a huge factor in that series because without Giannis, I don't think Damon and that squad is going to be able to even match up well against that Pacers team led by Tyrese and Pascal.
Yeah, it's interesting. And when you say the Knicks with the 2 seed, I mean, with them, and let me just also state the fact that they got to this 2 seed without the second half of the season not having their second best player is remarkable. And the fact that Jalen Brunson is not more in the MVP conversation is also blowing my mind. So big shout out to the Knicks and how well they've played, and especially Jalen Brunson. When it comes to this series, for whatever reason, the Pacers have just owned the Bucks all year in the regular season, the entire year. The only game that the Bucks beat the Pacers was the game that they had 64. And so it's going to be a fun series. And real quick, before we actually get to our guests, I want to play this because Giannis is also hurt. He's dealing with the calf strain, and Woj also updated everybody on that situation as well.
Worried are the Clippers approaching We've seen Giannis miss the last couple of games as he continues to work back from injury. What's the latest on when we could see him back on the floor?
Malika, around-the-clock treatment for Giannis Antetokounmpo right now with that left calf injury. Obviously, he's missed the last 3 games of the season, including today. And now he gets this week to continue that treatment to try to get ready for the beginning of the Bucks' first-round series. Historically, he has shown a tremendous capacity to come back from injuries almost quicker than anybody else.
Right. We've seen Giannis.
So with the Giannis injury, and his status is still uncertain for game 1 of this series. And the calf strain is a very, very dangerous injury, and one that you have to take very carefully. Because if you remember, 2019, KD went out in the first round with a calf strain, right? Calf strain, and he missed the next 2 rounds. He missed the Western Conference Finals against the Trailblazers and another series in between. I can't remember which series that was. But missed the first 2 rounds. Came back in the finals, first game, tore his Achilles, out for the next 2 years.
And I think with that Giannis injury
if he does
too,
play, I don't know, huh?
and I think with that Giannis injury as well is like his play style and the way that he drives to the basket. That injury, if he rushes it back, that injury is gonna like make it even worse because the way that he's so explosive and the way that he plays, that could be a bigger risk dealing with that injury as well.
No, absolutely can, and it's dangerous for him to really push it and really get back. I understand he wants to play, but you also got to take care of his career and his health at the same time. So that's a very dangerous injury to mess around with. If they don't have Giannis, one other thing I also wanted to mention: all these times that they were beating the Bucks, they didn't have Pascal Siakam. They didn't have him. They hadn't traded for him yet. So now that they do, now that they've upgraded and they have another star to run with alongside Halliburton, although Halliburton has not played very well recently. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. Damian Lillard has not shot the ball well recently. So, I mean, and Halliburton averaged 23, 10, and 5 against the Pacers against the Bucks this season. So it'll be very interesting to watch and see how they defend. Damian Lillard maybe the worst defender in the league. So I can't imagine he'll be on Halliburton. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. That's for sure. What do you think, Kev?
What do I think about the series?
Yeah. Or if why not? Let's make a pick. Who would you pick to win the series right now?
The question I'm gonna ask you right now is: Giannis gonna be out for the first 4 games?
I don't think he'll be out that long.
So you think he'll miss like the first 2 games? I can't imagine
he'll be out that long. I hope not.
You think he might miss the first 2 games then?
He'll miss. I think he'll miss at least the first game. I think he'll miss at least the first game.
I'm telling you right now, if Indy takes that first game, they have home court advantage after that. And if it goes to 7, or no, if they close out at 6, that could be a pretty big upset. Because not having Giannis on that squad is built strictly for Giannis. And not when you don't have your system playing with you, like that's gonna be a big loss. Especially with Doc Rivers as your head coach.
Yeah, Doc Rivers has definitely been known to blow some leads, but you got to get the lead. You got to get the lead, and in order for them to get the lead, they have to play well. Damian Lillard has to play at an all-star level, even higher than that, possibly MVP level, to really be able to carry this team without Giannis. Their role players have played well. Bobby Portis has played well all year. Brook Lopez has been a little inconsistent, but he's always been able to play defense, rebound the basketball. So Chris Middleton, he's slowly still coming back. He's in and out of the lineup. He's kind of been hurt all year too. But those are the guys that need to step up. Malik Beasley, one of the league leaders in 3-point percentage. Go ahead.
No, I was just throwing in Malik Beasley before you even said it.
Oh, yeah, no, Malik Beasley, who was one of the league leaders in three-point percentage, he's got to step up. So because everybody on this team needs to step up, and I can say the exact same thing for the Pacers as well. The exact same thing. Obviously you have Halliburton, you have Siakam, but guys like Nemhard need to step up. Miles Turner needs to step up defensively, especially if he's going to protect that paint with Giannis on the other side. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, I can't tell you how excited I am for these playoffs. I think we're supposed to be let me see here. Meanwhile, let's get to your matchup, Kev. The Magic and the Cavs, the 4 and the 5 seed, they're playing. The Cavs, I believe, have the home court advantage. They're the 4 seed, right?
Yeah.
The 4 seed. These two teams, they played pretty even against each other all season. They were 2-2 against each other the whole season. The first game, Banchero had a big game, 42 points. But there's some X factors in this series that are going to have to show up. Jalen Suggs is one of my X factors. Jalen Suggs is going to have to show up on the defensive end the way he has been the entire season long. He's going to have to step up and guard Darius Garland. He's going to have to step up and guard Donovan Mitchell. So things like that. Like I said, Jalen Suggs, the Wagner brothers, they're going to have to step up and hit their shots. And obviously Banchero, he's going to have to step up and be the star player that he is, and he will be. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this series.
So, what was your question for me?
Just your thoughts on the series.
My thoughts on the series is I actually do like the matchup for us. I think we match up well against them. And you said that first game, Banchero dropped 40 against us. I don't think we had Mobley that game, did we?
You did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, he played the whole. I knew you were going to bring up Evan Mobley, so I made sure to check that he played. He gave him 42.
Yeah, but I just think now that Mobley's been rehabbing and ever since he's gotten back, like he's been putting up pretty good numbers, and defensively, he's gonna show up. I feel like the two most important guys where I think for us is how Mobley's gonna do, slowing down Banchero, and if Mobley can hit his shots, and the other guy that's been a little inconsistent this year has been Garland. And if he can step up and take pressure off of Mitchell because he's been coming off of his injury, another guy that is going to be crucial for us too is I want to see how we throw Imani Bates into the rotation. I think having Imani Bates as the guy off the bench, he's going to give us like much needed buckets off the bench, alongside with Karis LeVert, and then you got Max Strus. And not to mention Isaac Okoro, who I feel like is a really good 3-and-D player, and I feel like we might put him on Franz Wagner. But I feel like overall, like it's gonna be a very close matchup. If I have to give you my prediction, I do have us winning in 6, though.
So Cavs in 6?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you brought up the bench. Very glad you brought up the bench because the bench both benches actually need to produce. And one of the things I saw a lot from the 4 games that you guys played this year are the benches produced, right? There was at least one guy scoring double digits off the bench. Sam Merrill one game, I think, had like 28 off the bench and
Yeah.
shot 8 for 13 from three. That's one guy who could pop off and just have a huge game shooting the ball. So the benches are going to have to show up. It's like I said, it's more than just the stars in this game and in this series. It's more than just Mitchell or Pancaro or Garland or Cole Anthony or like guys like that. Everybody's gonna have to step up. And I think I agree with you. I think the Cavs are gonna take this series. I would say 5 or 6. Donovan Mitchell has to. I've been saying it all year. Donovan Mitchell has to prove to me that he can perform well in the playoffs. I haven't seen it yet. Definitely didn't see it last year. Can he carry his team to a win in the playoffs? That's really what it is. And the Cavs have not been playing well as of late either. They're 4-6 in the last 10 games. In that stretch, they lost 3 in a row. So, Kev, does that make you worry at all? Does that make you hesitate to pick them to win this series?
I would say no, only because right before the final games were coming up into the schedule, Mitchell just got back from his injury, and I feel like we were just like rushing to get back. I mean, hopefully nothing long term has happened yet with his injuries, but he just got back from his injury, and so the rust has been built up. So he's trying to like shake it off, and he's trying to like get back into his groove. And then Garland as well, who I said has been struggling. But I feel like if Garland can play that second man to Mitchell, and just like play along with Donovan, I feel like that like those two, that's gonna be important to the series because like you said, Jalen Suggs, who I feel like is a very underrated defender. He's probably one of the best defending guards in the league. Because he is like 6'5", and he's a very big guard, and so it's gonna be tough for our guards to score against him. But I feel like I'm not worried about the last couple of games, only because it's just us getting back into the groove. Now that I believe everyone's healthy, if I'm not mistaken, now that everyone is healthy, all we need to figure out is our rotation and how we're gonna coexist together.
Okay, yeah, no, I definitely agree. And we have one more series to talk about. But we'll save that for later. We'll save that last series for later. Right now, we have one of our 3 guests that'll be joining us today. My guy, David Largo. D-Lo, what's happening, baby? Hey, man. Hey, thank you for joining us. Obviously, you know us. So I want to have you on today, obviously because you know your stuff, you know what you're talking about, and
more than you, of course.
Oh yeah, so we're just dreaming. I see, but so one of the things I wanted to talk about, obviously, is that the Heat. You're a big Miami Heat fan, and they're in the play-in. So, real quick, first thing I wanted to ask. So they play the Sixers, obviously, as an 8 seed. Do they have a chance to beat the Sixers? And if they do, how would you slow down Joel Embiid?
See, that's tough because slowing down Joel Embiid just sounds counterintuitive. Bam is obviously going to do a great job, but size is a limiting factor for Bam. I mean, he's only 6'10", and Joel is 7 foot. So, there's a height difference there. But in the past, Bam's done a really good job, and they've been really good about bringing doubles down to him, especially not last year, but the year before, I think. We played Philly. Maybe it was last year. But we played Philly and we beat them in 5. And I think the key factor is if we double Joel, shooters have to make shots for Philly. And they didn't do that last year in the playoff series versus the Heat. And so if shooters are knocking down, then there's really not a whole lot you can do. Because then you kind of just have to let Joel do his thing and live with the consequences. But we'll see if shooters are knocking down shots. We'll see what Eric Spoelstra goes into, but it's hard. It's hard to stop a man that's a MVP candidate year in and year out.
For sure. Go ahead, Kev.
The one thing I like to say is last year compared to this year is last year Embiid actually played a very healthy season. And this year he just came back from his long injury. And we saw the first game too. He was fatigued. Like he played only 30 minutes and he was exhausted. And I feel like Coach Spo and the Heat, they're gonna do everything in their power to tire him out and get him exhausted and get him fatigued. Because look, like Largo brought up, the Bam's gonna try to do the best he can, but he is only 6'9" or 6'10", 245 or something like that. Embiid's 7 feet and 280, and that's a big size difference. But I feel like in order for Embiid and the Sixers to do something, they need guys like Tyrese Maxey, who I feel like improved a lot from last year, especially with Harden gone now. And I feel like
Maxey
Maxey
most improved this year.
most improved. Yeah, he could be in conversation. There's lots of arguments for other players as well, but Maxey is definitely up there. It's gonna be a tough series. I mean, not a tough series, a tough game. And I feel like I think it just depends on how the Sixers role players and guys behind Embiid step up. If they don't step up, they're not going to beat the Heat. The Heat, I feel like it may be a stretch here, but if they lose against Sixers in the play-in tournament and they play against Boston as the 8th seed, they might give Boston fits, to be honest. D'Lo shaking his head right now.
Listen,
But
man, I don't know about that, but I'll let you continue.
We've seen it in the past. I mean, we've seen it in the past. Miami always gives Boston fits. It's always a great series between them. But I think Miami has what it takes to move on and play against New York in the first round.
That's the dream, ain't it?
Man.
I think the big factor here comes in with Tyler Hero. He's been out about 2 months now with that ankle sprain, and he just came back last week. And so same thing with Joel and how he's fatigued. Tyler hasn't gotten any run since before All-Star break. So it's when you're missing a 20 points per game scorer like Tyler, it's tough, but obviously Heat culture, we have the role players to kind of step up and fill that gap. But with him back now, it's taking away minutes from some of those other role player guys. And so I want to see how Tyler will slot himself back in.
Especially with the addition of Terry Rozier as well. Terry, he's been having a good season with the Heat. And I feel like when Tyler Hero was out, I think Rozier stepped in and stepped up to the bright lights, and I just feel like he might be another factor that you got thrown there to their playoff run.
Yeah, no, Miami is, if they're gonna do what they did last year, they're gonna have to work even harder this year than they did last year. But D'Lo, no, I want to ask you, man. So obviously the Heat are in the East, and like I mentioned, made the finals last year by beating the best teams in the East. They beat Boston, they beat Milwaukee. Who are really the true contenders? And if Miami does get past the play-in, who's going to be their best competition in order to repeat what they did last year and make it to the finals?
See, that's tough because I have to say Boston. I mean, they've looked phenomenal all season long.
They're the best team in the league.
We'll have a discussion about that. But no, they're phenomenal. They have great depth. The fact that their fifth best player is Derek White is saying something. I mean, he is phenomenal too, especially with Drew Holiday. He's been out. a few weeks with that shoulder, but no, Boston for sure. Um, if you would have asked me about a week ago, I would have said Milwaukee. But obviously, Giannis with that calf strain, we don't know his timetable. They may get beat first round by Indiana. I could totally see it.
Yep.
If Giannis is not playing, Dame is and always has been inconsistent at times. I know he's been kind of lackluster recently. He's been up and down. Doc Rivers sliding in. Um, if they had Giannis, I would say Giannis, or the Bucks. But I don't know at this point if he doesn't come back round one, if they can get past Indiana. The other team that I think is very, very scary in the East, though, is the Cavs. The Cavs are my sleeper pick to make it all the way through and win the East this year. They have looked phenomenal. And it's going to be tough because that's the series I see going to the Eastern Conference Finals is Boston and Cleveland. And so if they can beat the hurdle of Boston, I could see them winning it all this year.
Actually, I think if we beat the Magic, we face against Boston the second round.
If they beat Boston, they should go to the finals. Oh yeah, because you guys are a 4 seed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were the 3 seed. You slid down to the 4.
So
I could
that's
see
gonna
the
be
Cavs
interesting. Go
going
ahead,
all the
Kev.
way.
No, I was listening to D'Lo. I noticed he didn't bring up the Knicks. And I feel
No.
like is it because of Julius Randle's injury, like him being
It
out the
is.
rest of the year, or
It is. If they had Randall, I would put them there, but they've had injury after injury recently. I know they just got Mitchell Robinson back, which is big, but
Hartenstein has actually been playing better than Mitch Robinson though.
Hartenstein has. But I think the big two is now Randall is out for the season, and then OG has been spotty since coming back from All-Star break. So we'll see if they're healthy. I think they can make a run, but I don't know if Brunson alone gets it done for them.
Because if you guys do beat the Sixers in the play-in, you guys will face them first round.
Yeah, and I could
no,
see it going
it's
like last year, where we beat them in round 2. I could see it.
who? Oh, Boston.
Yep.
No,
Or
Miami and New York.
Oh, New York. See, the thing with me about New York, New York is. I'm such a big fan of Jalen Brunson. Like I love watching him play. He plays so
so
hard. He
tough.
plays the right way. That's the biggest thing. And the fact that they've gotten all the way to the 2 seed with Jalen Brunson is amazing in itself. I'm with you guys on the side that they're not. I don't think they can make it very far without Julius Randle, just because of the impact that he has. D'Lo mentioned it. OG has been spotty, to say the least, since he's come back from injury. So I can if the Heat get past, if they get into the playoffs, I'm not going to count them out. I don't care who they play. I'm not going to count them out. So it's tough. And with the Cavs, like I said, I've never been a Donovan Mitchell believer. Just never have. Whenever I really counted on him and really thought that he was going to thrive, he hasn't. So I'm only going off of what I've seen. So I'm not big on the Cavs. I think they'll beat the Magic. I think Banchero will average 30 though. I think they'll beat the Magic. I don't think they can beat the Celtics. That starting 5, like you said, is ridiculous. Derek White being the worst player on that team. Can Porzingis stay healthy? Can Drew stay healthy? Those are the starters. If one of those two goes down, they can still win. but their chances would be much, much more slim. D'Lo, I know you got to get back to work. I want to end on this. If Miami say they don't make it into the playoffs, or they do make it into the playoffs and they only survive round one, what's the next step going into next season? Do you break it up? Do you try and go and trade for another superstar once again? Do you trade Jimmy Butler? You let him go? What's the next step here for the Heat if they don't succeed in these playoffs?
That's tough. It would be heartbreaking to break it up, especially if the solution to that is getting rid of Jimmy Butler after, 2 finals appearances in the past 4 years, all 4 years been in the Eastern Conference, or 3 years we've been in the Eastern Conference. We got eliminated 2021, right after the bubble to Milwaukee. But, it's tough because Jimmy's shown that he performs in the playoff regular season. It does not matter where they sit. You're going to fear Miami if they are on your bracket. But at some point, you got to look at what's going on and see where that outlier is. And you've seen it from the past few off seasons and trade rumors. And I think the Heat believe it's Tyler and not Jimmy or Bam, which is why they've tried to offload him to get a star like Dame, to get someone of that caliber. But I don't know if getting rid of Tyler is the correct answer, especially with Jimmy being 35 and how is he going to regress? And it'll be interesting. I think long term, the right answer is probably to offload Jimmy. But, short term, you get rid of Tyler, you bring in a star. That gives you a big three, potentially, with that fourth piece of Terry being in there. So it's tough because
What do you think
NBA is a – go ahead.
Who do you think would be the perfect fit into that Bam and Butler duo? Realistically, not like a big name superstar, but like another star that's not a superstar, but would be like a good big three for the Heat.
Well, realistically, I think the option that they're holding out for right now, since he has not signed a contract extension with the Cavs, is Donovan Mitchell. I think that's the guy that they're holding out for. He's good friends with Bam. Defensively, the team can compensate for his lack of defense in some aspects. And then offensively, we all know what Donovan brings to the table. So I think that's who they're holding out for. But again, if he signs that contract extension with Cleveland, I don't know where they go from the roster that we have currently.
Yeah, it's scary to think about. It's just if you were to trade Jimmy, I don't know what you'd be able to get for him, or if you'd even be able to get off of him. I mean, he is. Don't get me wrong; he's still an amazing basketball player, right? Top 15, top 20 in this league. He's older, doesn't have a very good contract.
He did get hurt for a while. He did get pretty banged up this whole season too.
Exactly. And doesn't play very many regular season games. So that's the only word for me. If you were to break it up, you'd be able to get off Bam. Bam is a phenomenal player. Plays defense, is a leader. Bam, you'd be able to get off Bam. I don't think Miami would do that. I don't think that would be the right thing for Miami to do. Nor Tyler Hero. But if this season does not go well, because obviously it hasn't worked to the fullest yet. You haven't won. You haven't won it all. So I don't know what the next step would be. Again, Donovan Mitchell would be a great idea. I think he would fit perfectly over there. Maybe trading for Klay Thompson, another role player. But I can't imagine you really be able to do too much. Okay, one more. Okay, one more. I got one more for unless you got to get you got a little bit more
No,
time.
you're
You got to get
good.
back to work.
You're good. Ask
All
away.
right. I want to see, and we were kind of texting about it a little bit. We talked about the East. Got to talk about the West. Who do you like in the West? Not only the play-in. Who do you like in the West to really make a run to the finals?
Um, it's hard. You got that three-way deadlock at 1 through 3 in the West with the Wolves, the Thunder, and the Nuggets. I think experience is the factor there. I think the Nuggets are the only contender of the three. With Jokic and Murray, they still have the same core. They can definitely repeat. Looking at play-in teams, the only team that I'm really looking at as a deep run is the Sacramento Kings. That's the only team that I see in the play-in that is going to make a run like that.
Really?
I
Okay,
know
that's
Kevin.
interesting.
I know Kevin just whispered the Lakers. I'm not a listen. I love LeBron, but he's getting old. Anthony Davis has been super healthy this year, and he's been playing phenomenal. But outside of that, I don't see him making it. If they make it past the first round, I don't see him making it past the second. Um, Especially if they play the Nuggets the first round. If they play the Nuggets the first round, they get bounced. If they play the Thunder, they have a chance. So it's matchup. But my main team coming out of the West right now, and I told Jamal this, if they stay healthy, the Los Angeles Clippers are my championship favorite at the moment. They are a phenomenal team, and if they stay healthy, Kawhi plays through, PG plays through, Harden plays through. They're my lock to win it all this year.
But they also have to get past the Red Hot Mavericks first, though.
I know. And Luca and Kyrie as a duo has been incredible this season, but that whole Clippers team has just been insane since the Harden trade got situated and they got it all figured out. They've been great. So that's my favorite to win it all this year if they stay healthy.
Well, D'Lo, hey, thank you so much for joining us, bro. Hey, great take, great convo, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course.
Definitely gotta have you
love
back
to-
on soon for sure. Throughout the playoffs, definitely gonna have you back on consistently. And
Man,
yeah,
pregame,
again,
postgame
appreciate you for
shows.
joining us, bro.
Yeah. Anytime after May, I'll be available for all the full episode. So
Okay.
We'll see.
Bet that. Yeah, that's fine about finals time too. Conference finals time as well. So appreciate you for joining us, man. Hey, have a good rest of your day. I know you got to get back to work.
I do.
All right, D'Lo.
All right. I'll catch
All right,
y'all.
D'Lo, appreciate you, bro. Now our next guest, he is another very, very close friend of the show. Somebody I consider to be like very close to me. You guys know him. He's been on the show before. Like big brother to me, man. We got Vegas. We got Vegas in here.
Yo,
Vegas, what's going on, bro?
what's the word, bro?
How you doing, bro?
Chilling right now.
Hey, I feel it, bro. Huh?
So I'm tired.
Nah, I feel it, bro. Hey, I appreciate you. Spending a few minutes with us, bro. First thing I wanted to ask, man, as a Bulls fan, obviously I know you're a Bulls fan. The Bulls are in the play-in,
So we
right?
did
They're
yesterday.
playing Atlanta.
Oh,
Now, obviously, they got to win 2 games in the play-in to get into the playoffs. Can they do that? Can they find a way to beat not only Atlanta but Miami or Philly to get into that 8 seed?
all right. So the only team I'm really worried about in the play-in, honestly, I feel like which is like the most realistic team is Miami. Not gonna lie to you. Philly and Atlanta, we can possibly beat, and I feel like Miami is gonna win on like really try to win this game because they're gonna end up playing the Knicks, and everybody saw what the Bulls did to the Knicks the other day. That was terrible. The Knicks was not supposed to even go into overtime with us. They was really supposed to whoop us, bro. They played so terrible against us, like literally. So honestly, I feel like we can go, but it's going to be the same thing as when we played the Bucks a few years ago in the first round because we play in Boston if we do go. So hey, but our team is tough for real, like when it comes to defense. So if Boston is on that little weak, soft stuff, then yeah, we might actually win a game or two.
Yeah, get after him.
Literally, we might win a game. But yeah, I
Go
can see us
ahead,
going to
Kev.
the first round. Nothing
Oh, my
more,
bad.
if I'm being honest with you. For sure,
Go
for
ahead,
sure.
Kev.
Well, what you said right now about the Knicks, I feel like between the Sixers and the Heat right now, one of them, like both of the teams, they're gonna try to win that game because I know they're right face against the banged up Knicks than the healthy Celtics squad. So I feel like Miami's gonna beat Philly, and I feel like you guys will beat the Hawks, in my opinion. But that Philly team, he, he might go off against y'all for real.
Yeah, we're
Um,
downsized for sure compared to him.
yeah, because who's you guys' big man?
Vucevic and
Vucevic.
Andre.
Vooch.
What's the man name?
Andre
Andre
Nikola
Drummond.
Drummond.
Vucevic.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
Vucevic
not,
and Andre
I'm not
Drummond.
even gonna lie. I'd rather have Drummond guard him because if you guys put Vucevic on Embiid, he's gonna kill Vucevic. I'm just
Don't
being
do my
for real.
man. Don't do my man's like that, man. Don't do my man's like that.
But I don't know. I think Miami's gonna beat the Sixers first game. If you guys can somehow beat the Sixers in the next game, you guys will face against Boston. I just don't think Boston's gonna take it easy on y'all.
Yeah, I'm being so honest. I'm just really worried about Boston for real and the Heat. If I'm being so honest, like when it comes to like this playing in first round stuff, because
Hmm.
like Embiid is still. I know he's been hooping recently, but he just came back from surgery and all type of stuff. So it's like it's still like we still it's a hit or miss with him. We still got to see if he actually gonna show up or not. So
A
that's why
question I got for
really worried.
you. A question I got for you, Vegas, is you guys have a couple players now that's getting up there in age. Lamar is not getting any younger. Vucevic is not getting any younger, and then you also have Levine who's been out the whole year. Are you guys gonna like move on from those guys, or well, what's the plan for Chicago? Like, you want them to move forward?
Me and you both know Zach LaVine might get traded. Even DeMar DeRozan, honestly. Well, is DeMar DeRozan a free agent this year?
I'm not too sure, Jamal. Can you check
I
that?
can find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all even you forgot Lonzo because Lonzo's supposed to be coming back next year. And honestly,
That's the thing though, is would he even play again? Because I mean, he has been progressing, but I don't think he'll ever be the same player as he was before his injury.
DeMar DeRozan will be a free agent after this summer, after this
yeah, see,
season.
he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm being so honest. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't come back to the Bulls next year, especially Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan might do it only because he like, in a sense, has that like I'm not gonna say superstar role, but like all-star role in the team. If that makes sense. Like,
Right.
because I wouldn't want to go anywhere else if I'm not gonna be treated the same way. But it's just if we're gonna offer him the money that he wants for real.
Okay. And so it's
Mike.
I mean, I think the best thing for that team is to break it up. They're paying a lot of people a lot of money who aren't even doing much for them. DeRozan plays all the time. Levine is always hurt. Obviously, Lonzo is always hurt. I think the next step is to build around the young guys that they have. Kobe White, obviously, I love Kobe White. I love Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry is a dog out of U of A. I love him.
Ayo.
Dalen Terry he's nice.
Not the Ayo.
Ayo Dosunmu. That's right. Yeah, Ayo Dosunmu. Another young guy, another young point guard. Very good. Very defensive oriented as well. So the next thing I want to ask is, aside from the Bulls, right? So aside from the Bulls, and you kind of answered Kevin's question,
Wait, hold on,
the
Jamal.
East.
Can I say one more thing? I'm
Go
not a
ahead.
fan of DeMar DeRozan after the other day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What happened?
In overtime when he could have won us the game against the Knicks, bro, he did
And
that
he missed the
stupid
shot.
runner. He did that stupid runner where he could just delay it but got fouled. All
Yeah,
he did was
I'm
do
not
that.
sure. He needs to go to the mid range. I don't know why he did a little floater. He needs to go to a shot.
I thought he was gonna shoot the mid range at that too, but
Yeah.
don't get me started. But go ahead, my bad. I just had to say that. I had to get that off my chest because I'm not a fan of DeMar DeRozan right now. Not gonna lie.
No, you're good. And obviously you kind of mentioned the teams in the East. I want to talk about the West. The West obviously is very, very packed. We've only got 2 matchups that are even for sure right now: the 3 and the 6, and the 4 and the 5. Who are the threats you think that can make a run in the West? Who are the scary teams? And if you were, OKC, Denver, or Minnesota, who would you not want to face, and who would you really be threatened by?
You want to be honest with you? I don't know if a lot of people are not going to agree with this, but in my opinion, it's going to be it's the teams from Cali: Clippers, Lakers, and the Warriors. This is those three teams probably got 2 more years, if that, to even try to do anything before all these young teams take off.
Right.
Because you got the matchup with the Suns and Minnesota, which is going to be a great series. That can go to 7, and it can go either way, honestly, right? And if Minnesota, like I said, the young teams, Minnesota is one of the young teams that's creeping up on everybody. Same with OKC for real. But like OKC and Denver, in my opinion, I wouldn't want to see the Lakers or the Warriors. Tell Kev his mic is muted.
Yeah, you muted Kev. We can't hear you. Nothing.
I was gonna say try to rejoin.
Well, we wait for Kev to join back. So
I only said the Lakers.
I agree with you about the Clippers. Huh?
I already know. That's why I said nobody's gonna agree with me about the Lakers and the Warriors. I already know.
See, that's actually the opposite. I can't agree with you about those teams. The Clippers, I absolutely agree with you with. That healthy team, a healthy Clippers team with Kawhi, PG, James Harden, Westbrook, all these guys. A healthy Clippers team can absolutely make a run.
James Harden's gonna be their demise, bro. Promise you that.
And that part, I wouldn't even argue.
Yeah. If James Harden doesn't come to play, bro, they gotta play against Kyrie and Luka.
And I'm glad you said, bro. That's in my notes. I promise it's in my notes. James Harden has to, and I was telling Kevin earlier, if the Clippers want any chance, James Harden is gonna have to turn into Houston James Harden, especially if Kawhi's out.
Thank you, because Westbrook come back from that broken hand and everything too. James Harden has to do what other players. Yeah.
Okay.
He has to pick up what they're missing in a sense. Like Westbrook, the assists, the rebounds, and then like you said, he has to turn into the Houston Harden. He has to score the ball for real. Because ain't no telling if Kawhi or Paul George is going to come to play. Literally, there's no telling. He has to score the ball.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, I was just saying, Vegas, remember that night when I was taking you and Jesse back home and I was dropping you guys off and we were talking about like teams in the West that are going to go off this upcoming season? We brought up 2 teams, the Wolves and the Thunder, and we called it. I mean, those are 2 young teams that have stars in the making. And SGA legit popped up even more this year. And then Edwards, he's looking like a top 3 shooting guard, in my opinion. I mean, we called it. Those 2 teams for the next 5 years or so, even more, they might run the West.
Yeah, I don't know if it was you guys, but I was saying like with the new stars that's upcoming, these young guys, it's a lot of Carmelos, it's a lot of KDs, it's a lot of Kobe type players, like
the scores.
Yeah, literally, is that like from that Dwayne Wade era, LeBron and all them. A lot of that is coming back to this generation for real. Because like Jamal just said, it's pure scorers in today's league. Literally. It's like 5 or 6 guys averaging 30 plus probably in the league, which is crazy.
And hey, Vegas, last one for you. Finals predictions. Who's getting to the finals? who wins?
See, look, okay. That's why I say nobody's gonna like what I gotta say for real, because in my opinion, everybody keeps saying that the Lakers might actually might lose, so they don't gotta play Denver or anything like that. But believe it or not, the Lakers got the team to beat Denver. They really do.
So I've
Because
been
it's
trying to tell everyone.
huh?
So I've been trying to say, I think Lakers are probably the best team to counter against Denver.
But it's only if AD decides to play. Just like
Against
how we said,
Jokic, yeah.
just like how we said Harden has to show up. AD has to do what he did up in the bubble. He has to. That little bubble play that he was doing, he was hooping like that. AD has to play like that again. He has to, and he has to bring the fight to Jokic. He can't let Jokic push him over at all. And I feel like that's what a lot of bigs in the league do, because they overestimate Jokic, and Jokic just take over the whole series and everything too. That man is crazy. He's a crazy player.
So you picking the Lakers to get to the finals?
I'll be real, bro. I'm gonna be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have like an exact pick, but I have 5 teams that for sure that I like in the finals from the
That
West.
could win it all.
Yeah. So it's the Clippers, Dallas, Phoenix, Lakers, and Denver for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got. I mean, the defending champs and the best player in the world. You got to put them on there.
But remember what we did with the Warriors? There was the defending champs, and we all was like, "Oh yeah, they about to do this, they about to do that," and they didn't do that. So that's what I feel like Denver might do this year on the low, because the Warriors was crazy after they won in 2022, and then they came and lost. I think it was to the Lakers they lost to, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they lost to the Lakers, exactly. And I feel like Denver might do the exact same thing first round. Because the Lakers coming out for revenge. That's why I say they're going to win.
No, my only fear is that the Lakers are worn down. But hey, Vegas, appreciate you joining us, bro. Appreciate you joining us for a few minutes, man. Giving us a few minutes of your time, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Always.
But hey, like I said, hey, these people are close to us, man. They gonna keep coming on here and throughout the entire NBA playoffs and even after the playoffs. So Vegas, appreciate you again, bro.
Always. Wait, before we go, I got a question for Kev.
Oh my goodness.
You in the East, you in the East right along with me, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. How you feeling about your team, man? Because look, they always look good and then they choke these last few years. How you feeling?
I think you could ask me like this team last year compared to this team this year. I feel like going to the playoffs, I actually have more hope for them this year than last year. And especially with us playing against the Magic, I feel like it's been a good competition round for us. But I feel like if we can get past because I think Orlando probably has like the second best defense in the league or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get past them and then like score good against them, like on the defensive side. Like I feel like if we face against Boston, it's gonna be a very tough competition for us. And I think Boston's like what, third best defensively, or like they're top 3, aren't they?
I thought they were number 1.
Are they number 1?
I'm not sure.
I thought Minnesota.
Yeah, see the Minnesota or Boston is number 1 for sure.
Well, yeah, and I feel like it's gonna be a tough series against Boston if we move on from Magic. But I have faith that we'll get out of the first round this year than compared to last year.
Okay, yeah.
That Orlando series, they're young. They're
They
young for
legit,
sure,
too.
but they're gonna be tough. Banchero is a man. He's gonna be a star. He's gonna be a star if he's not already. So, hey, Vegas, appreciate you again, boy. Hey, I'm gonna talk to you soon, bro. I'm gonna hit you up.
All right,
Vegas.
All right, y'all.
All right, bro. Our next guest, speaking of the Lakers, he is the biggest LeBron fan I have ever met in my entire life. But he is my brother, man. I love him to death. Big Rick. Big Rick in the building. Big Rick, what's happening, boy?
Y'all ain't ready.
Oh.
Let me finish my cookie here, brother. Finish my cookie.
Look at the jersey, bro.
Heard a lot of nonsense here.
That's all right, bro. I got something for you. I got something for that, bro. I
Heard a
got
lot of
something for that.
nonsense here.
I got something for
Oh
that,
my
bro. I'm
goodness.
not going for none of that.
Y'all not ready, bro. Y'all not ready.
No, I think the point is you're not ready, bro.
Listen, Magic trash. Let's put that out there. They're garbage. No one's worried about Ben Caro. He's garbage. Let's go. Let's talk about real basketball players here. Let's go.
Hey, Rick. Hey, I'm gonna start off with this, man. Obviously, you know the Lakers are facing the Pelicans. They in New Orleans in the play-in tomorrow, right? We're gonna watch that game together.
Mhm.
How can the Lakers come out on that victorious, and how are they gonna be able, and if they're gonna be able to slow down Zion?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I examined from the game yesterday, right? So I'm watching it. Absolutely murder scene, right? LeBron murdering them on both sides of the floor. Man had 5 steals. He had like 17 assists, 11 rebounds, 28 points. Greatest of all time, right? What I did see is when the Pelicans started applying a little pressure. I mean, we got turnovers back to back, left and right. I mean, LeBron casually dribbling the ball. Bro just came and took the ball straight out of his hands. Like, when the Pelicans started applying pressure, I'm not going to lie, I got a little scared. So I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if they applying this pressure from the jump, it ain't looking good. Because I didn't like I don't know if it's because the Lakers, like, we up 20. So, you know what, we ain't even going to try too hard. But my thought process is like, if they applying this pressure, because they got a way younger squad than us. We got old heads on this side. So these young boys, they applying this pressure, it ain't gonna respond well. LeBron on the bench trying to catch his breath after 2 minutes of getting pressured. So that's my only fear, is that how we gonna respond to that pressure. But besides that, I ain't worried. I ain't worried about them. I'm worried about the Nuggets. It's my only issue here. Don't know why we got to play in the first round, but you know what? It is what it is. Pressure
I
make
got,
diamonds around here.
I got a question for you, Rick.
That's what I like to say here, brother.
I got a question for you. If you're the Lakers, are you throwing this game on purpose to face against to avoid the Nuggets first round?
Listen, if I was in control, 100%. I'm saying throw this out of here. Let's play I would rather play the Thunder. I would rather play the Thunder, but at the same time, I wouldn't, because they really got some young legs over there. That's how they beat us every time, bro. It's because they just outrun us. Like, we can't keep up. So I don't know. I don't know who I would rather face.
The
I know that the
Thunder,
Nuggets they got crazy skill over there, but the Thunder, they're just so fast paced. So
the
it's just,
Thunder
I
are
don't
very
know.
explosive. That's the thing. Like if you let your foot off the gas pedal, they're gonna go up 20 against you.
Yeah, it's a wrap. So I don't know. The Lakers are in a very tough situation. I wish we could play the Suns in the play-in, but can't have the opportunity
I don't
here.
think you want to do that because LeBron wouldn't even get a chance to play the Nuggets.
Oh yeah, we definitely wanted all that smoke. You didn't want them problems, brother.
Jamal, I got a question for you.
I don't got to worry about the problems. We ain't got to play no plan. Plan?
I got a question for you, Jamal.
Huh?
As a Suns fan, are you kind of relieved you guys are not at the 7th seed?
Yes. I'm very relieved we're not a 7th seed. Because, okay, if I'm being
Because
completely
he
honest,
knew.
I don't want to see LeBron in the play-in. I don't want to see LeBron in the play-in. I don't want to see Steph Curry in the play-in. That's a one-game scenario. Yes, we have 3 players who can go off and get 40 on any given night. I understand that. But apparently those players just decide on when they don't want to play. And so that's been the scenario all season. Do they want to play tonight? Or are they just what are we doing? So very relieved. Very relieved. I was very happy when the first time I've ever rooted for the Lakers in my life was yesterday. So to beat the Pelicans so we can get into the plan or get out of the plan. So definitely very relieved about that. Ricky, you mentioned the Nuggets. I believe that no matter how much I want them to lose, I believe that the Lakers will beat the Pelicans tomorrow in New Orleans, and you will have to face the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
If and when you do play the Nuggets, do you guys have a chance? Obviously, we remember what happened last year in the Western Conference Finals. They went there, and Denver was just on an unstoppable level, and they swept the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a chance you beat them in 7 games? I mean,
you want the real answer or like
I want
what I want to
honesty
believe?
is the best policy.
Bro, they about to wipe the floor with us, bro. I'm just not gonna lie, bro. Like, they about to kill us, bro. We have no chance. When I tell you we have 0 chance, Zero chance. Like, no chance. Like, we're getting 4-0 again. Like, we'll get lucky to win one. Like, bro, AD cannot guard Jokic. I don't know what it is. When he plays Jokic, he forgets how to play basketball. And then Aaron Gordon just bullies LeBron all over the place. So it's just like, we stand no chance, bro. I don't like my playoff experience is literally tomorrow, and then my happiness ends after that because I'm just like, bro, we're not beating the Nuggets, bro. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm really enjoy this Pelicans game, and I'm gonna really just dwell in that moment because when it comes to that game one, oh yeah, they wiping the floor with us, bro. It's a wrap.
Or
It's a
just lose
wrap,
on
bro.
purpose, and win the next game.
That would be very smart, and I hope LeBron is thinking like that. Like, let's just
Rest
go
your
out here and
starters.
choke. Let's go out here and choke. Let's get the Thunder because 100%, no matter how fast paced they move, we're beating the Thunder 4-2 easy. 6. In game 6, they're done. But who will we play after that, though?
Well, you
Like,
guys
how
beat
would
the
that scenario
Thunder.
go?
I think you guys actually,
You guys are faced against the Mavericks or the Clippers next.
Dang.
yeah.
Dang. Who would I
Yeah.
rather play, the Mavericks or the Clippers?
He's already thinking
That's
ahead.
crazy, bro. I mean, we just got the most terrible hand, bro. Like, even if we beat the Nuggets, then we're gonna have to play the winner of the Suns and the
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Yeah, it ain't looking good for LeBron, man. I'm
The
sorry.
West is stacked, bro.
Yeah, and then AD got back problems all of a sudden. I don't know what's his problem, bro. Honestly, bro, the Lakers are a really good team, bro. I don't understand. Like, we got depth. Like, we are so deep. It just doesn't we just don't mix. And it's the coaching, bro. I'm telling you, Darvin Ham is the worst coach of all time. This could be a championship team, bro. Like, if you just look at the stat sheet, like if you just look at the names, bro, like this is a championship team. Like, you can make this team champions. But it's like the coach, like Darvin Ham gets out coached every game. And we're just strictly dependent on our players to figure something out. Like, I seen a clip in a huddle. Darvin Ham is drawing something up on a clipboard. Bro, they not even paying attention to this man. Like, they not even looking at him, bro. Like, I don't even know what he drawing, bro. They not even looking at, bro. And they just get up. The little alarm went off. They got up and walked away. Bro, still writing. I'm like, bro, like, they don't respect him, bro. And if you don't respect your coach, bro, they ain't listen to nothing he's saying, bro. LeBron coaching and playing, bro. So I don't know, bro.
The
The
one
Lakers
player
are
where,
in
where
shambles.
Darvin Ham should have played more throughout the season is I feel like Rui Hachimura should have played more games, like more
He
minutes.
should have been starting, bro. I've been saying this since we got him. He should have been starting from the get-go. Torian Prince is garbage. I hate him. I hate Torian Prince. I hate that he's even a thought to start. Like, I hate him. He shouldn't start. He's so garbage, bro. Like, he is so trash. Like, I get bro can shoot, but bro don't even be hitting threes. Let's be honest. Like, he doesn't. Like, he'll look like one game he'll give us 3, then another game he 0 for 6. Like, bro is garbage. Like, he's so trash, bro. Rui is a bucket. And not only is he a bucket, but he is a threat on the defensive end. Like, he is a paint protector. Like, he protects the paint, bro. Him and AD next to each other, bro, like, you're not getting nothing inside, bro. So it's just like, I don't understand why he wasn't starting from the get-go. It still doesn't make sense to me to this day. Even Jackson Hayes, I feel like bro is so, like, he reminds me of Kennedy. Like, his playing style is like Kennedy. He's like so wild and all over the place. I would play him more, bro. Like, cause he's just like wild in the paint, bro, and then you just throw it up to him, bro. He's huge, bro. Like, I just feel like Darvin Ham, he just doesn't know what he's doing, bro.
Bro, every time the camera pans on Darvin Ham, he's always standing with his hands in his pockets.
He don't know what he's doing. He's lost. I feel like with coaches, I feel like coaches get intimidated by LeBron. And that pressure, they can't handle it. So they're kind of just like trying to like go with the flow. So the Lakers really, well, I know LeBron old now, it's a wrap for bro, but like they would need a coach that doesn't have a problem with standing up to LeBron, like putting LeBron in his place type stuff. Like a Greg Popovich or somebody, a coach with like more authority, bro. Not no coach who's gonna sit there with his hands in his pocket and then drawing on the clip. Like,
That's
bro,
why they
you're
did
not
so well
calling
with
a
Eric
timeout,
Spoelstra.
bro. You're not calling a timeout, and Greg Popovich, he drawing something, you not paying attention. It's not happening, bro.
No.
It's not happening, bro. So
That's
I
why
don't
they
know.
did so well with Eric Spoelstra. Because
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra wasn't taking none of that.
Yeah, but he said LeBron down, bro.
Yeah, it's I got another one for you, Rick. Obviously you mentioned some teams in the West. The biggest threat besides the Nuggets, obviously, we've heard the Nuggets. Besides the Nuggets, who are really the biggest threats or somebody you think can make a run to the finals?
Okay. Before I tell you, this is my top 3 out the West that I think that are gonna actually do something. And this is completely unbiased. Number 1, Nuggets. Obviously, I think they're gonna go back to back. Number 2, I think that if the Mavs, I just think nobody can guard the Mavs, bro. I just think the Mavericks are Kyrie and Luka are unstoppable, bro. Because if you stop one, the other one's gonna give you 50.
And Luka's
And
having the best year of his career too.
like Luka is playing out of his mind, bro. This man makes shots like that don't even make, like he's playing out of his mind, bro. I think that if they can keep that pace, the Mavericks are scary, bro. I think if the Mavericks beat the Clippers, they're 100% going to the conference finals. If they could beat the Clippers, bro, they're going to the conference finals
And
for
then
sure.
and then they face against the Thunder the next round.
Yeah, they're gonna wipe the floor with the Thunder. I don't think the Thunder stand a chance against the Mavericks, bro. So I would say the Nuggets, the Mavericks, and then I think that if the Suns can, man, I don't know. It's just something about the Suns, like something just doesn't click, bro. Like it's just something.
Inconsistency.
It just doesn't make sense to me how you have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and y'all are fighting for your life right now. Like you're fighting.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be close to the 7th, 8th, 6th. Like the Suns should easily be a top 3 team in the West. But the fact that they're not, it doesn't give me confidence in them. Like the fact that Kevin Durant, I have never seen Kevin Durant so inconsistent. Like I've never seen this. Like I've never seen him like this.
No, I would say that. But not to interrupt, but KD is averaging the 2nd highest points per game he has in his career this year.
Irrelevant there, brother.
I'm just saying because if you're doing that, you have to be consistent.
That's not necessarily true.
If you see the games that he doesn't score very much, somebody else scores. I mean, Devin Booker had 52 when he had 18. Bradley Beal had 36 yesterday. He had 15. And so I think it's just a willingness of Kevin Durant to actually sacrifice that and really want to win. Now, for the team inconsistencies, I'm not going to argue with that. They've been the most inconsistent team in this basketball league the entire season. Some games they want to show up and blow out, the 1 seed Timberwolves or beat the Nuggets at home without Devin Booker. Then other nights they lose to the Spurs. So
lose to the Spurs.
I guess so the thing is about that is just okay. I'll go on a rant.
The thing is with Phoenix is they can give you 130, and then the other night they can give you like 100 points. There's no in between for that team.
Yeah, that's the problem. They need an in between. Like I just feel like you said, like they'll have a game where one goes for 36, the other ones go for 10 and 15. To me, that's unacceptable. To me, like if one is gonna go for 36, you still need one that's gonna go for 25. Like you still need that. Like I just feel like that 36, 10, and 16 stuff that they be doing, it's not enough. It's not gonna be enough to beat the Nuggets, bro. It's just not,
I feel like
because Jokic getting 17 assists, everybody around him is gonna have like 15 points. That's what makes the Nuggets so like tough, bro. This man Jokic, bro, literally if he gets 15 assists, you lost. Yeah. You need this man to go for 40. You need him to go for 40 and have 2 assists because you'll win. But if he has 20 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists. Oh yeah, it's a wrap, bro. You're getting
It's
getting
done.
blew out every game.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean,
So-
that's the Suns. The Suns took 2 games from the Nuggets last year. That was the only team who took more than 1 from the Nuggets last year in the playoffs. Both those games, Jokic had 40 plus and less than 10 assists in each of those games. So that theory that you're coming up with is perfect, because if he gets his teammates involved, it's over. You're done.
Yeah,
But
it's
if
a
he's
wrap.
scoring and only worrying about scoring, you have a chance, because that means if he's scoring, not everybody else around him is scoring.
Mhm.
So
Especially if Aaron Gordon hitting that corner 3, bro.
it's and that's, you want to talk about inconsistent. Aaron Gordon can hit 5 for 5 from that 3 one game and then go 0 for 8 the next.
Bro, if he hitting that 3, bro, it's a wrap, bro. You lost.
It's a wrap.
Because that's really the only way you take away the passing pocket from Jokic is by giving him space on that. But if he's hitting, bro, yeah, it's scary, bro. That's how they beat us every game, bro. Because bro decided he ain't want to miss not one shot. So it's just like if you just got to figure. I don't even know like what defense you. I don't even know how you guard Jokic, bro. Like how do you guard this man? Like truthfully, like
I'm telling you, let him go 1-on-1 and you face guard everybody else.
yeah.
I can't imagine, like, you can't play a zone against him. He will tear that up. You can't double team him because he'll find the open person. So you let him go 1-on-1 with whoever. And now I'm glad that Nurkic has done a pretty decent job on Jokic all year. He's done a pretty decent job just because he knows how he plays. He's physical. He's not DeAndre Ayton. He's physical. He likes the contact. He likes to push people around. And so does Jokic. Jokic just doesn't look like when somebody else does it to him. And Nurkic has done that to him a lot this season. So you got to be physical with them. You got to be, you got to be, like I said, it's hard. It's hard to actually guard him, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, Ricky, I got one more. Like I said, like I mentioned, biggest LeBron fan I know. How long does he have left? Does he play next year?
This is it,
Does he
bro.
play 2 years?
This is it, bro. If he don't retire this year, bro, I honestly I don't know what he's doing, bro. Because honestly, I think it depends on how far we go this year. If we get put out in the first round, he's done. He's done, bro. Think about how unmotivated he got after we lost in the conference finals. Bro, talking about I'm thinking about retiring. It was this whole thing, even though I think it was a media thing. But at the same, bro, like I just feel like him losing in the first round, and he's only lost in the first round like a little bit amount in his career. I think if he loses in the first round, he might be done. I get the whole Bronny thing, but bro, honestly, Bronny's garbage, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but he's not. He's not ready, bro. Bronny's not ready, bro. He's not ready, bro. Like I understand that he's LeBron's son and LeBron can get whatever he want, bro. But if Bronny, I can't even imagine Bronny trying to guard Luka or Bronny trying to guard Kyrie. Like these people trying to say, oh yeah, Bronny, he could be amazing defender. Bro, be quiet, bro. Stop. Stop. This man, whoever got he's gonna become the player that everybody attacks, bro. And they're gonna go for 50. Like he's not. I don't think Bronny's ready, bro. I think they should just let him be a kid. He should transfer somewhere out of Cali so he doesn't have all that attention on him from the Lakers and all this stuff. Go somewhere where nobody's really gonna talk about it, and let him hoop, bro. Let him really get better because I just feel like it's just too much right now, bro. That's why he averaged like 6 points and 2 rebounds. But yeah, he's gonna be the first player. If he gets drafted, bro, it's just crazy. If he gets drafted, I will be so shocked, bro. He's gonna be the only player to get drafted averaging 5 points in college, bro.
It's crazy. I think if he goes to play with LeBron, if he goes to play with his dad, that will derail his career. I think it will absolutely derail his career. Mm-hmm. That's really all I got to say about that.
Yeah, bro, because it's just like Bronny's basketball career is going to be strictly based on he played with his dad.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing else. Nothing else. No one's gonna remember him from anything else. Like he's not gonna be able to create a name for himself. So I think LeBron should retire after this. I think next year he should do his little farewell tour, and that should be it, bro. Honestly, like he's wasting his time at this point, bro. They don't have if they don't have enough to win now, bro, they're not gonna have enough to win next year. So it's just like this is it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna become a Bucks fan here.
Look at that. Look at that there.
Or a
Al
Nuggets
Man's
fan.
there. Bandwagon, brother.
Maybe a Nuggets fan. Sound a little bit better for me here.
Yeah, look at that. Told you I'm a Celtics fan here.
If you can't beat them, join them. That's what I like
Oh,
to say.
okay. Well, hey, Ricky, bro, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna see you in a little bit, but I appreciate you for joining, bro.
For sure, bro.
All right, Rick.
Later,
Hey, again.
Hi, Ricky.
Hey, this is somebody we're gonna have on a lot, especially during the playoffs. So be on the lookout. So yeah, Rick, I'll see you in a little bit. Appreciate you, bro. And that's gonna wrap it up. Kev, I mean, what do you think of the show? What do you how do you feel?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Every time Ricky joins the stream, bro, he always be making both of us laugh our asses off, bro.
No, because Ricky, man, that guy, he's something else, bro. Love him to death, though. He's something else. But no, it's gonna be fun. Also, everybody, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for some of the big games. Some of the big games that's coming up. We may do some pregame shows and some postgame shows for the big games. I want to do it for some Suns games for sure. Lakers game. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do one tomorrow. We'll see. Might not be live. Might just record it and upload it. See something like that. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to make any guarantees. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna be able to live up to yet. But yeah, I do want to definitely shout that out. Be on the lookout for pre and post game shows for some of the big games. Definitely the conference finals, obviously, and the NBA finals, for sure. You got
Jamal,
anything, Kev?
I feel like for the NBA finals series, I feel like we should do a pre and post game, but we should also do like a halftime show.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That's a good idea. Actually, I wouldn't even think about that. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Hey, put that on the ballot then. Put that on the ballot. We're gonna do it for sure.
Yeah, so that we can talk about like first half and run down first half, and then see what each team needs to work on second half. And then I think we should do that for the finals final series.
Bet. That's what we'll do then. That's what we'll do. We'll do a pregame show, postgame show, and halftime show. Hey, I hope everybody enjoyed it. Definitely a little shorter. That's the goal. That was the goal, to make it a little shorter. Before we were doing 2.5 hours, 3 hours, things like that. Don't want it to be that long anymore. We'll go. Yeah, this is hour 30. This is probably even longer than we'll usually do. We probably usually go hour 15, hour 30 max. So that's gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for watching, man. We'll be back very, very soon, for sure, sometime this week. So be on the lookout for that. That's about it. You got anything, Kev?
No, I'm just excited for the playoffs and excited to see what's gonna happen in the playoffs.
I definitely back that statement. I'm definitely looking forward to these NBA playoffs and NFL draft coming up soon. So we might have a special NFL draft show too. So, but thank you all for watching again, man. Love y'all. Thank you to our guests, Chef Ricky Walters, my brother Shawan Lewis, and my boy D'Lo, David Largo, man. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for joining us. We're gonna have more guests coming up here soon, and that's it. We out.